If you hadn't had the chance to come to daily mass throughout this week and listen to that first reading, the story of Tobit, Tobiah, and Sarah, I encourage you to go home today or over the weekend and read it. It's a very short, story. But I think it's a very deep story. It goes beyond the healing that we heard about this in today's passage. Basically Tobit is a good man. He goes out and buries the dead, although it was against the law, putting himself in danger. And then he gets blind. He can't see. He gets cataract in his eyes. He can't see. So he sends his son to a different town to get some money that he left him, so he will have it after he dies. Tobiah goes. This stranger, Raphael, the Archangel Raphael, comes to him. He shows him the way. And he ended up marrying Sarah, who's every time she married someone, she had, I think, 7 husbands. They died on their wedding night. So, and obviously it has a happy ending. He marries her, he's alive, they come back home, and his father's eyes are open. But what's beyond the story is to look at even Tobit and Sarah, what's their understanding of God? What's their image of God? Both of them prayed to God to end their life, to die. Because Tobit became blind, Sarah because her maids are, taunting her because she can't keep any husbands. And they asked to die. And I think part of it, as you read the story and really look at the characters, is both of them are trying to solve their problems on their own. They forget that God calls us to be in a relationship with us. God wants us to allow him to collaborate in our life. So God finally sends Raphael to Tobiah, who trusts Raphael to lead him to where he's going. Trusts in his wisdom and his advice for him. Does everything the stranger who he doesn't know tells him to do. And that's what brings the healing. The healing to Sarah, the healing to Tobit, the healing to the whole family. We live in a world today, I think we resemble a lot the way Tobit and Sarah were thinking. We want to do it ourselves, even when we are good people. Like I said, Tobit was a very good person. He was risking his life to bury the dead. But yet he didn't have that full understanding of what his relationship with God should be. We can't do it on our own. We can't be good on our own. We don't do it just to be good. Hopefully we do what we do and we are who we are because of God. God is the one who helps us and guides us and allows us to do what we do. But a lot of times, even with good and holy people, we shut God out and we take things into our own hands. And when we fail, we become hopeless and desperate and we want to die in a sense. Today, the world and what we're called to be is like Tobiah, who are realized we don't have all the answers, who we need God. We need to allow God to journey with us, just like the Archangel Raphael journeyed with him on his journey. We need to allow God into our problems, into our difficulties, and trust that he's the one who will guide us and give us the solutions. He's the one sometimes who will give us the strength to bear our cross, whatever our cross is. But we're not called to do it alone. This past Sunday, we celebrated Pentecost, the Holy Spirit coming upon the church, upon each one of us as members of this church. This Sunday, we celebrate the Holy Trinity. Again, it makes us look and think about, who is God to me? Because our image of God is really what dictates how we relate to God. If we have the wrong image, then our relationship is not the best relationship that it can be. So I encourage you, as we prepare to celebrate Sunday, take a few moments and ask yourself, what is my image of God the Father? Not Jesus, but God the Father. Who is God to me? How do I see God? And look at your relationship. Does your relationship with God, your actions, your words in prayer reflect that image that you have?